Sin duda alguna, The Wire es una de las mejores series que se hizo en la historia de la televisión. Ya había hecho una entrevista al respecto, hablé con el actor que interpreta a Press, les dejo la entrevista acá arriba por si se quieren dar una vuelta y ver cómo fue ser la pata de... ¿Cómo fue ese camino de redención que lo llevó de ser ese policía un tanto corrupto o un tanto inútil a ser una de las patas educativas de la serie? En este caso hablé con un histórico de The Wire, con Chaney, que fue el que se encargó de interpretar a Poot y que estuvo en las 5 temporadas. Fue uno de los pocos que pudo estar en todas las temporadas y que encima salió vivo de esta serie. Hablamos sobre el legado que para él dejó esta producción y también sobre cómo fue a ser una de las secuencias más difíciles. Todo en este informe sobre The Wire.
We now return to Mira Akien and Contre with our latest interview.
I remember going in reading for Weebay, and you know, Pat, I know she could tell that this was my first time, so she was just like, you know, read it this way this time, you know, try to make it appealing to the producers and the directors. And, you know, after I read, I got a call back saying that the directors and the producers wanted to see me. And as soon as I walk in, it's David Simon, you know, and just going back in there to read for them, leaving again, and them calling me back 3 weeks later in October of 2001 saying, hey, you didn't get cast to play Weebay, but we created this character, Malik Poot Carr. And, you know, the rest is history. You're talking five seasons, 20 years later, on the most groundbreaking, critically acclaimed television show, The Wire.
Hey, yo, that's enough. Yo, let that shit be. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You play one of the few characters that survived the 5 seasons and were in all the 5 seasons. So how does it make you feel?
That's amazing, man, because after Michael B. Jordan's character got killed, I thought I was going to die on The Wire. I was like, there's no way that they're going to keep Poot around. I was only brought in to do maybe like the first 2 episodes in the first season of The Wire. But as the show went on, the writers, creators, they kept writing me in. And next thing you know, you got 1 season down, 2 seasons down, 3 seasons down, 4 seasons down. And then when we get to 5th season, I'm like, wow, I've been with the show for 5 seasons. You know, all the way from the beginning to the first day of shooting and to the last day of shooting at the end of 5th season. And I'm like, that says something. You know, that says me coming in to a huge production like HBO Max, David Simon, Nina Noble, George Pelicanos, the writers from The Wire. You know, I always had a humbling attitude. I always showed up to work on time, always ready to work, you know, and it's just an honor to say, man, I can honestly say Chaney, Poot from The Wire, I lasted all 5 seasons. I'm one of the last men standing. And another thing that it says is nobody ever gave up on their dream. We all just out here living our dreams, you know, and living in a moment. And we all know our purpose is to inspire and motivate as many people around the world as possible.
Them towers be home to me. You gonna cry over a housing project now? Man, they should have blew them motherfuckers up a long time ago, you ask me.
What can you tell me about working with non-actor people?
Well, it was like, for instance, Snoop from The Wire, that's my family. I love her. You know, when you met Snoop, that was really Snoop. You know, that's, you know, she came up in Baltimore, you know, so she understands what it's like to turn a negative into a positive. And, you know, now she's, you know, to stay on the right path and stay on the right track. But working with people, I think that's why so many people appreciate The Wire, because of the authenticity. It was so real and authentic. And not only could people in Baltimore City relate to her, but as you can see, it's relatable around the world. Everybody across the country, wherever they live at, wherever they from, could relate to The Wire. And that's my take on that. Just the authenticity in it being so real and it really making people feel like, okay, I've been through what these characters have been through or gone through.
I find y'all, you're gonna get it. Better come out now. What?
the infamous scene when J.D. Williams, who's played by Bodie, and then my character Poot has to kill Michael B. Jordan's character Wallace. Yeah. Wow. That scene was so intense. And we were all, you know, feeling down that day because, you know, of course, when you're killing a character off the show, that means that might be the last time you see this character, you get to work with him. You know, even if it's on, even if you work with him on other projects, that's still somebody's character getting killed off. You're not going to see him for the remainder of the shows, you know. So it was a real tough day, you know, and those emotions that you seen, those were real emotions that we had to rile up and really, you know, just come together and be like, yo, we got to pull this off. But from the looks and the likes from around the world, we pulled that scene off quite well.
That's us, man.
Do it, goddammit, if you're gonna.
You said you thought that after Michael B. Jordan characters dies, you were going to be next, but how many times did that happen in your head?
Man, every season. every season it happened. I said, man, I thought I was going to get killed off every single time. But as you can see, continuing to last all those years. And then to look back on it and be speaking with people such as yourself about it is huge.
Y'all might need to think this through and stop wasting my time. Because Omar can come back tomorrow. And the next day,
it was very tough for me last year. Matter of fact, I'll never forget the date, September 6th. You know, I was at a family function with my wife and my kid. We were like leaving the movie theater, and I was just looking at my phone light up with people saying, you know, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. Rest in peace to your friend. And when I looked it up, it was, you know, it was Michael K. Williams. And, you know, it just took me back to all of the good times that me and him had. Because Michael K. Williams, you know, he was a true supporter of anything Trey Chaney did. Anything I did, he supported it. And he wanted to see everybody win. And he was so humble. I always like to, you know, when I speak about Michael K. Williams, I always like to say he wasn't an industry guy. You know, he was a real heartfelt, you know, definitely motivational person. And we supported each other, man. And I loved him, you know, and I know he loved me. And we just, you know, we really miss him. It's still a tough subject to speak about with him being gone, because I know he would be here now and he would be celebrating, you know, all of our success, and he would be on some huge projects right now that I'm sure that we'll all be supporting. But yeah, it was tough.
And all them motherfuckers in them row houses, nobody mean a fucking thing to them.
I think you need to calm the fuck down.
Fuck Marlo, man. Fuck him. And anybody that think it's all right to do people this way.
Why do you think the show became a cult show all over the world?
Well, the realness of it, you know, and then you got to understand, back when The Wire was on, social media wasn't where it's at now. You know, social media wasn't like where you could just go and follow somebody and they respond back to you and they talk with you. We were, you know, we came at a time when The Wire was before its time. You know, the issues that we were tackling, sort of like the war on drugs, the politics, the corruption that was going on in the police departments and different things of that nature. The Wire was like the first reality like type of show that people caught on to. So that's why with the cult following that it has, I'm not surprised. You know, it was something, even though I was a part of it, it's still something that, you know, people gravitated to.